Imagine a superhero trio, not the kind with capes and tragic backstories, but one with dumbbells, fish oil capsules, and a sunny disposition. Vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and regular exercise might not make the front page of a Marvel movie, but for aging adults, this combination could be the closest thing to a real-life power-up against frailty. And unlike fictional heroes, these three don't need a secret origin story, just some commitment, good habits, and maybe a pill box to keep things organized. Frailty isn't just a poetic way to describe getting older. It's a clinical condition, often marked by weakness, slower walking speed, weight loss, fatigue, and a general decline in physiological resilience. It's what makes recovering from a simple fall or flu more complicated than it should be. But what if there were a way to fight back? Not with one magic bullet, but with a coordinated effort from nutrients and movement that work better together than they do alone. Let's start with vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that has somehow become both wildly popular and widely deficient. Vitamin D plays a major role in calcium absorption, which keeps bones strong, but it's also crucial for muscle function and immune regulation. Deficiencies in older adults are alarmingly common, especially among those who spend more time indoors or live in northern latitudes where sunshine is as rare as a teenager who voluntarily eats broccoli. Without enough vitamin D, muscles don't contract properly, bones become more brittle, and immune cells get sluggish, basically a recipe for frailty stew. Then there's omega-3 fatty acids, most famously found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and the dreams of every nutritionist. Omega-3s are prized for their anti-inflammatory effects, but they also help preserve muscle mass, reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, and possibly even sharpen cognitive function. They insert themselves into cell membranes like polite little bouncers, helping stabilize muscle cells, protect neurons, and keep the immune system from launching unnecessary inflammatory tantrums. Plus, there's evidence that they improve the muscle-building response to exercise, especially in older adults. In other words, omega-3s don't just make you healthy, they make your workouts work harder for you. Now enter exercise, resistance training, walking, yoga, chair aerobics, gardening with purpose, whatever fits. Exercise, particularly strength-based movement, is the direct antidote to frailty. It builds muscle mass, strengthens bones through mechanical loading, improves balance, boosts cardiovascular capacity, and releases brain-friendly molecules that keep the mind sharp and the mood elevated. It's also the only thing on this list that comes with an immediate endorphin bonus and the right to brag about your new dumbbell routine at dinner parties. But here's where it gets exciting. The combination of these three seems to be greater than the sum of its parts. Studies suggest that vitamin D supplementation enhances muscle strength, especially in people who start out deficient, and that its benefits are most potent when paired with regular exercise. Similarly, omega-3s may amplify the gains from resistance training, particularly by reducing the low-grade chronic inflammation that can blunt muscle protein synthesis in older adults. So now we're not just lifting weights or eating fish, we're turning our bodies into more efficient systems that actually respond better to the healthy things we do. The trio also offers protection beyond the biceps. Together, they reinforce the immune system's ability to detect, respond to, and recover from illness or injury. Vitamin D modulates both innate and adaptive immunity, reducing the risk of respiratory infections, a concern that suddenly feels timeless. Omega-3s help temper the inflammatory response, which is often exaggerated in older adults and linked to sarcopenia and chronic disease. Exercise helps move immune cells around the body like a highly trained task force, ready to jump into action. The result is not just fewer sick days, but potentially a longer and more robust health span. For researchers and science communicators, the synergies here are ripe for exploration. What are the optimal doses of vitamin D and omega-3s to pair with specific exercise protocols? How do individual genetic profiles influence the outcomes of this trio? Could wearable tech one day personalize your supplement and workout schedule based on your real-time inflammatory status? Will future retirement homes look more like wellness labs, offering resistance bands and salmon dinners under full-spectrum lighting? While the answers are still unfolding, what we do know is this: aging doesn't have to mean decline, and frailty isn't destiny. With a little sunlight, some smart supplementation, and a regular dose of movement, older adults can become more resilient, physically capable, and even biologically younger in function. No cape required, just a good pair of sneakers, a bottle of fish oil, and maybe a yoga mat that doesn't smell like the 1970s.